everybody, I have just been out at a Girl Guides all-day trip to Banham Zoo, hence I've got my guide uniform on, and I thought I'd just do, because I've not obviously looked at my phone all day, I thought I'd quickly just check what the update was on YouTube for how much money has been raised so far for the charity. Now, bearing in mind, I think the most my channel has made is about £125. That's the most that I've ever got in a month. And because of all of you, your wonderful support and encouragement and help, it's jumped from, I think it was £61 a couple of days ago, and it's now on 80. So thank you so much, £80. So we hoped that we were going to get £60 for the charity. It's now £80. So I need to decide obviously what I'm going to do about taking some money off for taxes, because tax in Great Britain is quite high, as many of you know. So I might need to take a small amount off, but already we're on £80. Now, I know many of you have been watching the videos, some old videos, watching all the adverts, and a couple of you have been just leaving it running, some of my playlists. So thank you ever so much for supporting the charity. It really means so much. They're going to be so pleased. So TLC, if you look them up online, they are a very small group. It was originally as a result of one of the ladies, she was rushed into hospital with an allergic reaction, which when I read that, I was like, wow, because obviously that means something to me in terms of my daughter having severe allergies. She was rushed into hospital, and she said to her husband, oh my goodness, this is awful for adults. What must it be like for children? And the charity was born where they then provide teddy bears to young children. So they might come into A&E very distressed, very upset, and obviously the parents are very stressed and worried. And the giving the teddy bear really means so much. As I've told many of you before, my daughter was rushed into hospital in 2020 with a really bad asthma exacerbation. She'd had a cold, she'd got a little bit better, she's well enough to go back to school, and then the teacher had flour in the classroom and it was just too much for her lungs. So she was off school again, and then she got progressively worse, and she was using the maximum amount of inhalers. So we ended up contacting the hospital, etc, and she was taken in by ambulance. When she got there, she was put on oxygen, she could hardly breathe, and this lovely nurse came up and gave her this teddy bear, which meant an awful lot to her. And that act of kindness, I nearly burst into tears, because obviously as a parent you're worried but you're trying to deal with everything. I nearly burst into tears myself. So, wow, we're on, what are we on, the 11th of October, and it's already on £80. So I'm so excited, and a massive thank you. And because you've been so supportive, I'm putting one of my videos out early. So I will be sending out a video tonight for you to watch. So thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.